Hola, it's Power 953 and Power953.com. Aladdin, Prince of the Airwayz, rocking on your radio, and this is a super special interview. First and foremost, let me say it's an honor because you don't do that many interviews. Ladies and gentlemen, we got special guest Bryson TIller here with us.
What's going on?
Like I said, you don't do too many interviews, and on top of that, I was talking to my best friend. I was like, I don't think he does video interviews.
Nah.
Is there a reason? Is that like the whole mystique behind the Bryson TIller thing?
I just hate to be like all over the internet. Like, I don't know. Like, I'll go to some of my favorite artists. I just hate seeing like the same interview that they like. I don't know, because most interviews ask like the same question. So it's just like I don't want to watch something over and over and over. Like, why not give like one interview that's like special?
Let's talk a little bit about your past. You from Kentucky, right?
Yep.
Okay.
From Kentucky.
What was it like growing up there?
It was cool, man. I didn't really do much. Like, a lot of my, I didn't even have that many friends for real, but I just stayed in the crib most of the time just playing the game. And my little brother, I grew up with my little brother. My mom died when I was like 4 years old, so my grandma took me and him on, and we just, she raised us. Yeah, so it was cool.
Whoa, that's crazy. Don't mind me delving in too deep. Like, was mom sick or?
Yeah, she was just sick. Yeah.
That's crazy. I just interviewed Tory Lanez, and he had yeah. So he kind of had the same situation.
Yeah.
Mom's passed away early. Aladdin chopping it up with Bryson TIller right here on Power 953. I've heard you say in a past interview that you caught up with Timberland. How did that happen? Because Timberland to me is like one of the greatest producers to ever do this.
Yeah.
So how did that connection come about?
We share a mutual friend. His name is Rich the Barber. And he's a celebrity barber. And I met up through him. It's crazy because I met up through him with this other producer on Xbox Live. And next thing you know, he's just like, yo, I heard you, he's just, my other boy from Miami was in a party with us, at the Xbox Live party. Like, he's in a party with us, and he was like, yo, my boy singing rap, blah, blah, blah. So he heard my stuff. Next thing you know, that producer played it for Rich. Rich played my stuff for Timberland, you know what I mean? And next thing you know, me and Timberland on the phone talking about music, making music together.
Wow. And this is why you working at Papa John's?
Yeah, this is why I was working at Papa John's.
What was your feelings when you got that phone call like, yo, this is Timberland?
I was shocked because I met Timberland before he introduced me to Timberland, but I was kind of just being quiet and just listening. I remember I went to New York, all the way up to New York, to just work on some music with this other producer. And he was like, yo, you want to go meet up with Timberland later? I was like, yeah, I'd love to meet him. It was my first time ever meeting somebody, like a famous person, especially in their setting, like, in their workplace, like in the studio. So it was just super cool. He played some stuff from Beyonce's album, Jay-Z's album, and it was just crazy. And like I said, he wasn't really asking me about my music too much. And then a year and a half, maybe 2 years later, I dropped Don't on SoundCloud, and next thing you know, a week or two later, I'm getting a call from Rich. He's like, yo, Timberland's on the phone, and the rest has been
history, man. You like the chosen one. Like,
that's what I've been
saying. Like, cause you gotta think. Well, did you put out a mixtape before Trap Soul?
When I was 17 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 23 now.
So this is kind of like really your first project going in the studio say on a professional level.
Actually, I still do it the same way I used to do it. I still record by myself, and wherever. You know what I mean? I mean, now it's kind of more convenient to just go to a studio because the room is like dead rather than getting all this extra. Y'all know how it works with recording and stuff. So I'd rather go to a studio, but I'll still like hook my laptop up and have my mic sit next to me. Like, I don't have an engineer record me or nothing like that.
Wow.
But nah, it's cool to be able to just do it for a living though.
Right.
For sure.
What does Trap Soul mean to Bryson TIller? What does that title mean?
I grew up listening. I won't even say I grew up listening to it, but like when I really started to go into high school and stuff, I started to just listen to more, just different types of music. Cause I usually just listen to whatever my granny listened to, and then whatever my uncle was playing. My uncle was playing R&B. My granny was playing like, the late music from '70s and stuff like that. So in the '80s, but my uncle was playing a lot of '90s music. Anyway, I started listening to, kind of like branch out, started listening to my own music. Because really, I was just like on video games all day, so I just needed a new hobby. So I started listening to The Dream. And he's like one of the people, like the pioneer of it for real, like mixing R&B and rap together. You know what I mean? Him and T-Pain, T-Pain has the rapper turned singer. You know what I mean? Those are two people that I listen to all the time. So now, since it's like a new day and age, you know what I mean, or whatever, like, I just did it in a different way. Talking
to Bryson TIller right here on Power 953 and Power953.com. So speaking of musical influences, Soulja Boy is actually one of your musical influences, right?
Soulja Boy is just a life influence for real. Because like we got kind of similar stories, you know what I mean? Like he blew up off the internet.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like,
Exactly.
I remember maybe that's why I was so like fond of him, like when I was younger, because like it was just amazing to me. You know what I mean? Getting on MySpace, seeing Soulja Boy's MySpace friends just go up. And I was like, man, I want as many MySpace friends as Soulja Boy. You know, he was just cool. He was just the king of the internet, low key or high key. And I don't know, he just like, I seen him when he was just regular, and he just blew up. Because it just showed me that it was possible.
So who would you want to work with in the near future?
Near future, J. Cole, Kanye, The Dream, Jasmine Sullivan.
Ooh, that would be a dope collab. Talking to Bryson TIller right here on Power 953 and Power953.com. So a lot has changed for you in the past year and a half, too. I remember you said you wanted to work with Chris Brown.
Yeah.
And you had the opportunity to get a placement on Royalty with my man Ayo.
Yeah. Shout out to
Proof.
Ayo. Yeah, Proof.
How did that happen?
I was in the studio I remember I just made the last 2 songs of my project, which was 502 Come Up and another one called Self Righteous that didn't actually get to make it on the project, which Ayo produced also. But and then I made Proof, just trying to like throw some more stuff on there real quick, but it was just like too late. So I don't know, Chris said he was looking for songs and stuff, so he liked that one.
But that placement
was
mean
crazy
to you?
I mean, I'm like one of the biggest Chris Brown fans ever. You know what I mean? Like, I know a lot about, you know what I mean? Like, I was just talking to my boy Rich, and I was like, I don't know. I think it was Tunji, actually. I don't know. I'm just like a super Chris Brown fan. So, like, I want to tell him this story one day, but I actually stole the exclusive album from my little cousin. She was like 5 years old, and I took it from her because I liked it.
That's dope. That's dope. Chris is a hell of a talent. So you're currently with RCA.
Yep.
You had the opportunity to sign with Drake and OVO.
Yeah.
What made you choose RCA over the OVO situation?
Back when I was like younger, 17, like I said, I was making music back then. Like, I made a lot of like poor business decisions, like labels and messing with the wrong people and stuff. So, but that was because I didn't have like a manager, lawyer, and all that stuff. So now it's kind of like a team decision. Like, we just all sat down and just thought that it would be the best move for me to sign with RCA. So that's what we did. So
Trap Soul was actually a mixtape.
Yeah.
A lot of people consider it an album because how great the body of work is.
Thanks.
What do you feel, or what is Bryson Tiller's mind state in making an album versus a mixtape?
The reason I called it a mixtape, now lately I've been trying to just call it a project, but the reason I called it a mixtape is because like some of those songs really wouldn't even been on there if it was like to be like, I probably would have left Sorry Not Sorry and 502 and like some of the more rougher songs, Rambo. I would probably, you know what I mean? I feel like those songs kind of made it like more of a like mixtape vibe. I don't know. I would have just kept it real R&B or tried to. I don't know. I guess when I start making an album, I want to really just like try to really tell a story and try to make everything make sense, or try my best to. Like I said on 502 Come Up, I'm just trying to get better and try to paint my picture better with lyrics.
Aladdin, Prince of the Airwayz, chopping it up with Bryson TIller right here on Power 953 and Power953.com. On Trap Soul, seemed like you went through a lot of heartache and pain, and you're still young. Who were you dealing with? Cause man,
I've been in a lot of relationships, like back-to-back long-term relationships. Like I never been with like that many girls. Like I had like maybe 5 girlfriends total thus far, but they were all like 5-year relationships or something like that. So I got a lot of problems and stuff in those relationships to write about. So how's life changed since the success of Trap Soul? I mean, we on this nice bus.
Yeah, on this nice tour bus.
I get to be with my best friends, play Mario Kart all day, make music. You know what I mean? My daughter don't have to worry about a thing. You know what I'm saying? I saw you tweet that you had to borrow money for a Christmas present last year, and all of that's changed now. Yeah, man. I remember hitting my boy up, my boy Gerald. I was like, yo, bro, I quit my job recently. You know, things ain't working out. You know what I mean? And I was just like, yo, dude, you got like $400 for me so I could buy my daughter this like dollhouse or whatever. What was it, doll? No, it was a kitchen set. And he lent it to me. And then I remember the next morning I called him. I was like, yo, Merry Christmas, man. Thank you so much. My daughter's happy, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, how's your son's Christmas? Because he has 2 sons. I was like, how was their Christmas? And he was just like, oh, no, we're going to have to celebrate Christmas next week because I lended you that $400. Wow. So I was like, what? Are you serious? And he was like, yeah. So I had been hearing him talk about he wanted Xbox One for the longest. So I immediately hung up the phone, unplugged my Xbox One from the TV so fast, and I drove straight over his house and just gave it to him. I said, Merry Christmas, man. That's dope. Yeah. So how are you balancing being a father and being on the road right now? It's hard, man. It's hard. I don't never get to She just went to the doctor today to get like her first like shot, so they have to like draw blood out of her arm. And like I hate getting my blood drawn, so like I can only imagine what she's gonna go through. So I don't know, it sucks that I can't be there for that, you know what I mean? Right. The last time she got shots was like when she was 17 months old, so now she's like almost 3, about to get shots, and I can't be there. That sucks. But you know, she FaceTimes me all the time. She has an iPad and she knows how to FaceTime me, so she just called me. She was calling me on stage the other day. I felt bad for not answering.
Once you get into the process of making the album, you gonna have her in the studio with you? Is that more like your inspiration these days?
Riley?
Yeah.
She's my inspiration more so like she inspires me to make better music, you know what I mean? Like then when I was 17 years old, just like doing whatever, just like, oh yeah, here, give me this beat, let me download this beat from the internet and rap on it or sing on it or do whatever. Now I'm just like, all right, I care more about it and I want to get better, you know what I mean? So that's how she inspires me. But I can't wait to be able to make a song about her. I can't rush that though, so like I gotta take my time on that.
And when you get into the album mode, do you think you're gonna do more rapping, singing?
I don't know, man. I'm most likely more singing, but it's always gonna be in between for me though. Right. Always.
Talking with my man Bryson TIller right here on Power 953, aka Luke Skywalker, the chosen one,
aka Penn Griffey.
What would you say is the difference between Bryson TIller and Penn Griffey?
I just created like an alter ego for myself to like go on stage and to when I get in the studio, you know what I mean, just to like inspire me to write hits, you know what I mean, like yo, get as many hits as possible, like Ken Griffey, the baseball player. But you know how Beyonce has Sasha Fierce?
Yeah. So we gonna get like a Bryson TIller versus Penn Griffey type of situation?
Probably not.
My man Bryson TIller with Aladdin, Prince of Airwayz. All right, let's play a little game real quick.
Right.
You down?
Yep.
All right. So I know you're a big Star Wars fan, right?
Yeah.
Name your top Star Wars movie, or let's just say from best to worst.
Some people hate on the original trilogy. Actually, some people hate on the prequel, but I actually love it. But I'm gonna put Empire Strikes Back first. I still haven't seen the new one, so it's just like I want to put that one up there, but I haven't seen it. So, and I don't like listening or watching anybody's reviews on the movie. Okay. And then the next will probably be A New Hope, Star Wars. I like Return of the Sith too. Those are my top 3.
That's top 3. Okay. Yeah. Top 3 video games.
Oh, GTA. That's easy. GTA. I'm gonna have to throw Bully in there. These are both Rockstar games, by the way. Bully and what's another game that's just like something that I can just say that I just played all the time. I want to pick something classic, you know what I mean?
Why
but
not?
It's just like,
why not off the Sega?
But thing is, all these games are Sega. All right, cool. Off the Sega, I'm gonna say Spider-Man. But the one where you could like play 2 players, because most of Spider-Mans was like one player. But my brother used to be Venom, and I used to be he used to be Spider-Man. I used to be Venom. So yeah,
that's crazy. All right, yeah, I know you're a burger connoisseur.
Yep.
If you could build the ultimate burger,
okay,
what would be on it, and what would you name it?
My burgers is crazy. Everywhere I go, I eat the same type of burger. Nothing changed. I get American cheese. I get double burgers and bacon. That's it.
What would you name it?
What would I name it?
What would you name it?
Man, dang. I might say something real corny, so I ain't even gonna try to name it.
My man Bryson TIller, thank you so much for this opportunity, bro. If people want to connect with you, social media, all that good stuff.
Hit me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr at Bryson TIller, BrysonTiller.
Bryson TIller, appreciate it, man. You heard it here first on Power 953 and Power953.com. Hola!